All right. Here now. Puck comes back. In the neutral zone, we got Omen. That puck goes deep in Tonka's zone here. Lawson gets the guy up. Omen comes up with it. Misses that one. Wayzata brings it in the zone. Davis Jewett there to gather. Help from Omen. Lawson loops it around over to Ronning. Ronning moves it up to Jewett. Jewett chips that in. Wayzata will gather it. The pressure. Wayzata with it through the neutral zone. Brady comes up with it, goes D to moves it over to Rose off his skate. Back to Wayzata. Wayzata will dump it deep. No ice here. Long will bounce it off the boards. Intercepts that. Hatch with it now. He moves that up to Lee. Andreas is able to gather that, moves it over to Long. Flips it up into the neutral zone. Loved by Wayzata. Chance for Wayzata here. That shot's disrupted. Goes behind the net. Feldman moves it up the boards. Wayzata with Evan. Up to Wayzata point. He shoots through traffic. That gets tipped wide. Sharp angle shot. Puck on the near boards. Another shot right into the gut of Evan. He's able to freeze that. We got Wayzata comes up, dumps it in deep. Olsen battling for Lawson dumps that in, loops around the boards all the way to the in, but Wayzata comes up with the neutral zone, dumps it in. Been battling for that one in the far corner. Long with it. Running all the way over to Rose. Throws it in, far post on the ice. We have a Minnetonka goal. I will update shots on goal and the clock in the second. Davis Jewett face off. Boards. Long flips that into the zone. Rose chasing it. Ronning. Wasn't able to keep that in the zone. Omen flips that in deep behind Wayzata net. that through the neutral. Attempts to dump that in. We'll drop that for Omen. Moves it up to Lee. Andreas brings it in the zone. Oh, Lee with the shot that goes wide. Long tries to move that over to Lee, but there was a defender there. Lawson comes up with it. He'll run that, dump that deep. Andreas chasing. Breakout pass goes free in the neutral zone. Feldman comes up with it. Lawson gathers it. Hatch with it. Off the boards to Lee. Battle on the near boards here. Olsen. That gets dumped deep into Tonka zone. D to D over to Feltman. Back to Lawson. Lawson up the left side to Olsen. Owen dumps that deep. Kinzer shoots, goes wide on the near boards here. Wayzata will bring it back far into his deep. Osby with a good forecheck there, disrupts that pass, able to keep control in the offensive zone. Long dumps that deep. Jewett on the chase. That gets flipped up into the neutral zone. Long with it. Whiteside dumps that deep. That'll be a high stick if Wayzata touches it, or not. Apparently we're not watching that. Omen gets it in Wayzata zone. Wayzata brings it through the neutral zone. Good pass off the boards, but Omen is able to shut that down. Omen back with it. Oh shit, oh my gosh, own goal. That gets thrown in front of the net, and unfortunately, that gets tipped in by Lawson past Evan. Feltman with a shot. That gets gloved down by Wayzata's goalie. Andreas on the faceoff here. We got, he's surrounded by Hatch and Lee. Got Feltman and Long on D. Wayzata comes up with that one. That'll be an ice. Same line out. Andreas wins that back. Long throws it at the net. Big rebound. Feltman throws it back at the net. Oh, that shot by Lee goes wide. Wayzata gathers that one. Breakout pass. Not successful, so Tonka gathers that one. Feltman long pass over to Hatch. Hatch gets it over to Andreas. Andrea dumps it. But Wayzata is able to gain possession. That pass goes off the skate of Wayzata. Owen was fighting for that one. Off the boards, out of the zone. Wayzata with some speed coming into the zone. He gets a step. Doesn't get a good shot off. good job by Omen disrupting that one a little bit. We got Olsen dumps that in on net. Steele with a hit in the corner. Wayzata reverses it to the other side. Olsen tries to get that to the point. Oh, they were able to keep the zone. Nice job by Whiteside there to keep it in the zone. Wayzata tries to chip that out, but Minnetonka is changing right now. Nice hit by, who is it? Oh, Lawson. Olsen battling for that one. That squirts out. Long pass into the neutral zone. Shot goes wide. Long comes up with it, chips it up to Rose on the near boards. Nothing going there. Lawson gets that over to. Okay, Long gets it back. We're on sides. Oh shoot! Sorry, camera. That goes deep in the zone. Jewett there. Ronning chips it at the net. That goes high. Omen with a shot on net. Goalie with a good stick save to get that out of play for a face-off. .5:25 left in the period. Got Jewett on the face-off. We've got Ronning and Rose as his wingers. Wayzata comes up with that one. Not a good breakout. Rose! Shot, big pad save, rebound. Wayzata is able to clear that one out. Feltman with it, drops it off to Omen. Omen up to the side to Ronning. Ronning gets it to Jewett. Rose has it now in the slot, but that kind of gets disrupted a little bit. Rose with it. Over to Jewett, back to Rose. Oh, near side shot. Shut down by Wayzata's goalie. Oh, another shot off the post. Wayzata comes up with it. Through the neutral zone. Good hit by Lawson there. That goes behind the net over to Feltman. Feltman back to Feltman. That long pass gets tipped. Why is that an ice? I thought Andreas had tipped that after the red line. Maybe I was wrong. Icing's a call. Face off in the Tonka zone. We've got the Andreas, Lee, and Hatch line out there. Hatch with it between his legs, dumps that in, tries to dump it in, it goes over the boards. .416 left in the period. We're gonna have a face-off in the neutral zone. Little scrap going on with Hatch and Wayzata here on the near wing. Andreas wins that face-off. Whiteside will ring that around behind the net. Flipped up the near boards. Big hit by Hatch. Nice hit there. We got 2-on-1, Andreas and Lee. Andreas to Lee. Shot saved by Wayzata. Good little play there. New line here, we got Olsen, Otsby, and Kinzer. Otsby, Olsen, Long puts that far corner. Kinzer's battling for that one. Wayzata comes up with it now through the neutral zone. Nice hit by Long there. Oh my goodness. That puck came into the slot. Wayzata was not able to get anything out of that one. Wayzata coming through the neutral zone into the zone. Shot on Evan. Easy save for Evan there. .314 left in the period. Rose comes up with that one. That gets disrupted by Wayzata. Oh, a little break here. Rose's shot ends up going wide. Battle for it in the far corner, or in the near corner here. Rose within the slot. Throws it on net a little wide. Ronning back to Rose. Rose up to the point. Feltman, D to D. Lawson tries to shoot that. That gets sticked and out of play. Got a change at D here. We got Omen and Long. Oh, full line change here. Long and Omen at D. And then we have Andreas' line with Hatch and Lee. Hatch comes up with it. Oh, tries to get a shot off, but his arms are tied up. Nice job by Omen there. Gloves that down. Andreas. Oh, we got a delayed penalty coming on. Oh, big shot by Lee. That ends up getting deflected high, but we're going on a power play here. 2:31 left in the period. We got a roughing on Wayzata. And we got our power play going on. We have Jewett, Rose, and Ronning. And we have Long and Omen on D. That face-off gets, got brought back, but Wayzata was able to gather that one, so we have to regroup. Long with it. Far pass to the middle to Ronning. Ronning moves that over to Omen, to Long, back to Omen. That gets dumped, tipped in by Ronning. Jewett first one there. And that gets dumped out. Glove down by Omen. Omen dumps it back deep. We gotta hustle back in there quicker, boys. Let's go. Jewett has it. He drops it down to Omen. Back to Jewett. Over to Lawson. Lawson over to Omen. Back to Lawson. Lawson will shoot. That goes wide. And Wayzata clears it out of the zone. Skates it through neutral zone. Omen's able to stop him. Puck over to Rose on the near side. And then Wayzata's able to clear it all the way to our zone. Evan drops it over to Lawson. Lawson regrouping the power play, moves it over to Feltman. Feltman will bring it into the zone. Drops it down to Hatch. Hatch tries to drop that to Lawson, but Wayzata player's there to disrupt that one. Feltman moves that over to Hatch. Hatch off the boards to Lee. He skates that over to Andreas. He dumps that in. Battle on this near corner over here. Hatch comes up with it. Has a chance to shoot. Pad saved by Wayzata. Wayzata tries to clear. Lawson's there to block that one. Lawson's got a clear shot. Blocker saved by Wayzata. Feltman. Hatch up to the top center. Oh, Lawson's shot gets blocked. Hatch with it. Point to Feltman. Feltman's shot, bouncing shot, saved by Wayzata. Rebound. We are unable to gather that one. 14 seconds left. And that's an ice. Full strength both teams now. Jewett, Ronning, and Rose. With Long and Omen on D. Rose comes up with it, shot. And that's the end of the period. Tied 1-1. All right, hockey fans, welcome to the second period where we have the Minnetonka Skippers and the Wayzata Trojans all tied up 1-1. Minnetonka wins that face-off. Long battling with that one. Sharp angle shot by Wayzata does nothing. Comes up with it behind the net. That puck pops out. Ronning. Little drop to Omen. Battle along near boards. Wayzata comes up with it. In the zone. Nothing going there. Long moves it over to Rose. He'll dump that in. Line change. Comes into the neutral zone. Feldman with it. He'll dump that in. Wayzata bring that into the neutral zone. Brody Lee is able to battle with that one. Feldman with it on the near boards. Able to keep that in. That gets looped around to the far corner where Hatch is. Wayzata comes up with it in the neutral zone. Feldman battling, moves it up the boards over to Hatch. Hatch will dump that in deep. That'll be a nice. Olsen with the face-off, long loops it hard. That'll be another ice. Wayzata goes D to D. Behind the net, he'll loop it around the boards over to Oxby. He puts that in the neutral zone. Whiteside tries to dump that in. Goes in Wayzata's zone. They'll move that into the neutral zone. Whiteside will dump it in, but Wayzata gets that. He's able to dump it in. Brady was able to get a glove on it. Gathers it. Moves that up to Rose. Rose lost his stick. Kicks that in behind the net. Puck is on the near boards. Omen able to dump it in deep, but Wayzata gathers it through the neutral zone. Jewett tries to pop that off the boards, no going there. Lawson in the help. Puck is still on the boards. Lawson tosses it. That's going deep and for an ice. Andreas on the face-off here with Hatch and Lee. Omen with it behind the net. Moved it over to Lee. Lee moves that to the center to Andreas. He can't get that, but Hatch gets it. He's got a chance. Good deke there. Oh my gosh! Some dangles. He never really got a good shot off, which probably faked the goalie. And the puck squirts between the legs. sometimes if you don't expect the shot and they fan on it, it's worse. You expect the contact with a stick in the bucket, doesn't happen, and it squirts between Wayzata's goalie's legs. Catch with the goal. Long on the chase. Wayzata puts that on the side of the net. Battle along the near corner of the boards. Wayzata dumps that deep. Evan stops it for Long. Long moves up the boards to Otsby. Otsby up to Andreas. Andrea chips that. That gets hit by Wayzata. There shouldn't be an ice here. Nice hit by Kinzer. Gets up to boards. Feltman throws it at the net. You got a delayed penalty coming here. Cross check. Power play, we have Jewett on the face-off. Long's got it. He moves that down to Jewett. Jewett back to Long. Over to Omen. Back to Long. Down deep to Jewett. Oh, he tries to hit Rose on the back door, but he couldn't connect. Omen, D to D to Long. Back to Omen. He shoots. That's gloved by Wayzata. That gets dumped deep. Omen's able to keep the zone. Over to Jewett. Oh my goodness. Good shot by Jewett. Wayzata's goalie's up to the task and gloves that one down. Another face-off in the Wayzata zone in this power play. And Minnetonka Varsity's soccer ball comes onto the ice. Face-off won by Wayzata. Wayzata will put that in deep. Evan there to settle that down for Long. Long to Jewett. He gets hit. That puck is in the near corner. Battle there. Jewett comes up with it. He'll move that deep or to the point. Long with it. He thinks. Uh-oh. Longer. Oh, his shot goes wide. Uh-oh. Got some vice in this. We got a penalty going. We got a hook call. We got a hook call on Jewett. Four on four for 48 seconds. Feltman comes up with that one. Lee moves that into the neutral zone. Andreas on the battle. Wayzata is able to get that into the zone. Puck comes to Wayzata. Shot saved by Evan. Neutral zone. Lee. Oh, puts it on net. Oh, another shot. There's two shots there. Nice interception by Lawson. Lawson moves it over to Andreas. Andreas with a step. Oh, couldn't handle that through the traffic. Puck goes into the corner. Wayzata's full strength and is now on the power play. for 58 seconds. Wayzata moves it all the way down. That's tipped by us, so no icing there. Evan loops that around the near boards here. Wayzata picks it up at the point. Tried a long pass deep into the zone. But we got Olsen bringing it in. He gets it in deep. Aggressive on the forecheck here. Wayzata brings it up through the neutral zone. Behind the net. Finds the top of the point. Doesn't shoot. Oh, good save by, pad save by Evan there. Omen gathers up the rebound there and clears it out of the zone safely. Wayzata regroups. Pass to the near boards. Through the neutral zone, far boards. Into the zone. Drops it off to the point. He shoots. Glove save by Evan. And that gets Minnetonka back full strength, even numbers here. Wayzata wins that face-off. In control, moves that deep. Oh, tries to do a give and go. That's disrupted by Minnetonka D. We got a chance here. We got Rose. Rose moves it to, Ronning with a shot. Low shot far side, pad save by Wayzata. Long pass back to Ronning. Ronning drops it off to Omen. He tries to shoot, but can't handle that one. Omen gathers it up. Bounce pass off the boards to Rose. Rose has Ronning. Oh, he can't handle that pass and can't get a good shot off. Oh, a shot off. Tries to get that shot off the back of Wayzata's goalie's pads, but that doesn't work. Wayzata dumps that in, and we got a penalty going on here. Cross check on, I'm not sure who, it must be on us because Wayzata's goalie was headed to the bench. We've got Rose on a cross check, so we are going to be man down for 2 minutes. Wayzata wins that face-off. Shot blocker saved by Evan. Wayzata controls far point, top point. Moves that down to the near corner. Back up top point. He's got a guy top of the circle in the veteran zone, but he doesn't shoot. He puts that down deep in the far corner. Oh my gosh! He tries to get that far side to a guy deep back door. Evan's able to get a pad on it to disrupt that pass. Otherwise, he probably would have had a good shot for a one-timer at a sharp angle shot. Jewett on the face-off. He wins that to Lawson. Lawson will go D to D. Long pass. Oh, trying to get that to Jewett in the neutral zone, but that is intercepted by Wayzata. Wayzata brings it in the zone. Sharp angle shot. Evans able to have good positioning on that one to stop it. Sends it all the way down to Wayzata. Oh my gosh, I gotta move the camera. Sorry, guys. Wayzata with speed through the neutral zone. Drops it off to the point. He'll move that to the near boards. Reconsiders. Nice job by Jewett. Oh my, we had a chance on a 2-on-1, but he couldn't handle that one. Wayzata brings it back into the offensive zone. Lawson will loop that around the boards. That goes to the far point of Wayzata. They're able to set up. Nice job, nice hit by Long there. Lawson hits it off the boards hard, but still can't get it out of the zone. Lawson with it, now he gets it out of the zone. Chance here. Olsen, oh geez, what happened? Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, guys. Moved the camera too quick and it fell over. Lawson had a chance and he had Hatch with him. Here we go. Hatch with it. Dangles. Can't get through. Ooh, hard collision with the boards for Olsen. He's fine. Wayzata through the neutral zone with speed. Good stick by Feltman to disrupt that one. Sharp angle shot. No chance against that Evan there. Rose with it. He tries to sauce that all the way to Andreas. That gets disrupted by Wayzata. It's behind the net. All the way to the point for Wayzata. Andreas with it. Chance here. Drops it off to Lee. Lee shoots it. Shoulder save. Offensive zone face-off. We have Jewett line. Oh, a little mix-up. So we have Jewett, Kinzer, Ronning. Lawson dumps that in deep. Kinzer battling. Jewett's helping. Puck gets a little bit loose. Still battling. Jewett and Kinzer. Puck gets loose. Wayzata comes up with it. Gets it out of their zone through the neutral zone. Lawson with a good stop there. Kinzer moves that to the neutral zone. Andreas puts that in deep. Hatch. Oh, here we go. Lee in the slot. Gets it over to Hatch. Doesn't get good stick on it to handle it. Andreas comes up with it. They'll go behind the net. Right side, shots. Oh, tip by Andreas, doesn't go. Andreas has it behind the net. Tries to get it to Hatch. Oh, but Lee comes up with it with a shot. Wayzata off to the task. Olsen on the face-off. Got Otsby. Long with the dump in the corner. Otsby battling. Wayzata comes up with it behind the net. He gets it to his winger. Winger far side to the near wing. Through the neutral zone. They'll dump that in. Evan stops it. Moves it over to Steele. Steele will move it to Olsen. We got speed coming in through neutral zone. He dumps it in. Otsby fighting for it. Wayzata comes up with it. Breaks it out. Long pass. Off the skate of Wayzata. Omen able to get that safely into the neutral zone. But we got a 2-on-1 situation now. Lawson in the nice job by Omen to recover. Make a good hit. Shot, saved by Evan. Rose will flip that safely into neutral zone. Ronning chasing. Oh, you got Rose. Rose with a shot. That goes wide. Lawson keeps it in the zone, near zone, but then Wayzata is able to flip that in. Feltman drops it off for Lawson. Two Wayzata guys on him. Safely over to Feltman. Feltman long. Oh, shoot. Tries to attempt a long pass over to Rose. Wayzata goalie gathers it, so no icing. So Wayzata has it behind the net. Moves it to the near wing. Through the neutral zone. Disrupted by Lee. Evan moves it up through the near boards. Wayzata gathers it. That pass is disrupted by Lee. Lee's chasing. Lee with good pressure there. Hatch with a chance. Oh! Good defense by Wayzata to disrupt the stick. He could not get a shot off. Wayzata comes through the neutral zone with it. He'll dump it in. Evan will stop that for Omen. Omen up the boards. Oh, he tries to tip that to Andreas. Andreas was not on the same page. Wayzata gets a shot off. That goes wide. Feltman up the near boards, off the boards. Lead to Andreas. Over to Hatch. Hatch dumps that in. Wayzata gloves it down, plays it to his defenseman as Minnetonka changes. Wayzata through the neutral zone. Good pressure by Tonka and Otsby. Wayzata regroups up the near wing. Tries to center that pass, disrupted by Minnetonka. Minnetonka playing pretty good defense here. Long with it behind the net. Gets that over to Kinzer. Kinzer over to Otsby. Otsby dumps that in. Kinzer and Otsby chasing. Wayzata loop that around the near boards through the neutral zone. Whiteside picks it up off the near boards, bounces it, tries to get it to Jewett. Not enough on that pass. Wayzata dumps that in, stick down by Whiteside. Flipped into the neutral zone. Jewett tries to skate that in. He's checked by Wayzata. Puck's behind the net. Nice job by Rose to keep the zone there. Gets that to the near corner over to Jewett. Jewett has it. Backhands it to the corner. Lawson throws it at the net. That hits somebody. Puck is in the neutral zone. Nice stick by Whiteside there. Up the boards. Lawson moves it over near boards to Andreas. That pass does not connect. Lawson comes back up with it. His near boards in the neutral zone. He'll drop it to his winger in neutral zone. He's got a chance. He'll shoot. Oh! That goes in. For some reason I still had two. I had two for Wayzata on the scoreboard. It's 2-2 now. .21 seconds left. That's one that I think Evan probably wants back. Lee with the face-off. That goes into the Wayzata neutral zone. And dumps that in. We have to come back on sides. Wayzata goes D to D. Hatch able to disrupt that pass, but Wayzata gathers it, goes through the neutral zone, and that's the end of the period. See you in about 12 minutes. back for the third period here. 2. Not sure what happened to the scoreboard there when I must have been trying to add a shot to Wayzata and exit the. We got Olsen on the faceoff against former Minnetonka kid, number 41 on Wayzata, Blake McShane. McShane is number 41 on Wayzata. McShane with it. He gets that deep in the corner. Oh, fan. D-man. McShane tries to shoot, breaks his stick. You need to drop that stick. That's a penalty. He finally dropped it. Bowman moves over Feldman. Feldman long pass, tries to get it to Rose in the neutral zone. Wayzata is able to interleave that one. Wayzata. Feldman tries to get a D to D. Wayzata intercepts it. Puck is in the slot, but Minnetonka is safe. That out. Puck is in the neutral zone, gathered by Wayzata. He dumps that to his winger. Omen gathers that one. Sticked by Lee. Lee's able to get possession of that one. Move it over to Hatch. That doesn't go. Big shot right in the slot by Wayzata. Wayzata goes up 3-2. Here on face-off, he moves that. He tries to move it back to his D. Kinzer was in the way. Dump deep into the Wayzata zone. For Wayzata, number 6's second goal. Clean shot in the slot. Neutral zone, one-on-one, tries to make his way around the defender. He stops. Minnetonka changing. Omen will gather that in the neutral zone. Dumps it up. Oh, was going to dump it off to Rose. That gets dumped. Evan gathering it. He'll pass it over to Ronning. Ronning can't handle that one. Another opportunity in the slot. Nothing going there. Good defense by from the point, gets blocked by Ronning to block that shot. Tries to shoot that short angle, and not going there. Hatch is it in the neutral zone. Turnover. Lawson bumps it off the near boards. Lee with it. Lee can't handle it. Hatch. Over to Andreas. He gets checked from behind. Over to Whiteside. Comes up. Lawson. Whiteside back to Hatch. Hatch will throw it into the zone. Minnetonka's changing. That comes into the new. And we're offside, so we have to retreat. Comes deep behind our net. Ullman will leave that for Feldman. Kinzer to steal. An opportunity here. And shot saved by Evan. Steele tips that pass. That comes all the way out. Neutral zone. Wayzata moves it up to the near wing. He'll dump on it. To the deep side, Whiteside up the middle to Steele. To the neutral zone, gathered by Wayzata. Wayzata will dump that in. Evan will drop that from Whiteside up to the wing. Olsen over to Rose. Shoots a long shot, blocker saved by Wayzata. That comes out to the neutral zone. Wayzata's able. That was going to go wide, but Evan gloves out. Wide left. D pinches. He gets a shot on Evan. Evan stops it, sticks it to the corner. Near boards. Nice quick turnaround. Tries to get that far to Hatch. He tries to get a shot off. That's by Wayzata. Zone. Post. Shot hits the post. Under gathers it through the neutral zone. He gets that in. Wayzata takes it out of his zone, disrupted by Ronning. Puck still in the neutral zone. Gets that into Tonka zone. Evan covers it up. Olsen on the faceoff here. Olsen with Ronning, Rose. That shot. Olsen on the faceoff again. What the fuck? Backdoor chance. Wayzata misses it. Big save by Evan there. Hatch's shot goes off the post. Whiteside's shot saved by Wayzata. Wayzata with a shot, fans on it. Lee with a chance. The rest of his line's changing, but he gets a shot off. That's saved by Wayzata. Dumped into the Wayzata zone. Olsen with a check. Gets the puck. Trip! They got it. Here we go. Power play. Andreas with the face-off. That comes into the neutral zone. That's dumped in by Omen. Andreas in the corner, checked by Wayzata. He tries to dump that out of the zone. Omen's able to stop that. Lee with it near boards. Oh, he gets beat. It's number 6 again. He has 2 goals. It's taken down by Feltman. Feltman leaves that for Omen. Omen over to Andreas. Andreas tries to move that into the center. Puck is covered by Wayzata's goalie. Olsen brings it into the zone. Far pass to Ronning. Ronning gets it to the point to Lawson. Lawson to Whiteside. Over back to Lee. Lawson with it. Shopping. Far corner. Behind the net. Rose. Rose drops it. Olsen back to Rose. Rose to the point to Whiteside. Whiteside back down to Rose. Far side to Lawson. That puck was deflected. Olsen and Wayzata clears that and kills the penalty. Long pass offsides to Rose. Andreas wins that face-off to Feltman. Feltman will bring that behind the net. D to D to Omen. Omen will bring that to the far boards. Hatch now tries to get that far side to Omen. Intercepted by Wayzata. Wayzata with a chance now. Shot, glove down by Evan. Rebound, he's able to cover that up. Face off, Minnetonka zone taken by Olson. He'll win that back to Whiteside. Whiteside will loop it over to the far boards, over to Rose. Rose can't handle that one. Missed check by Ullman there. Chance. Couldn't get a shot off. Ronning to Ullman. Ullman will move that over to Rose. Rose with a shot. Blocker saved by Wayzata. Wayzata will quickly move that to the neutral zone. Whiteside dumps that in. Andreas can't handle that one. He's bodied. Lee fighting. Hatch comes up with it in the corner. Andreas. Hatch. Oh, puck is cleared. Evan will stop that one. Moves that quickly to Hatch on the near wing here. Hatch to the neutral zone. That gets poke check. Turnover. Nice job by Lawson to stop anything from happening there. Neutral zone gets dumped in. Lawson chasing. Leaves that for Lawson. Feltman to Lawson in front of the net. Lawson will change directions to get some space to make something happen. He moves that over back to Feltman. Up the wing to Ronning. He'll tip that in deep into the zone. Wayzata gathers it. Puck goes deep into Wayzata's zone. Whiteside, turnover. Rose gets through. He's got no help. We're changing. Wayzata coming through the neutral zone. Brody Lee comes up with it. We got to regroup here. Brody was offsides. Ullman. That gets tipped on net, and Wayzata will cover that one for a stoppage of play. And we currently have the goalie pulled, so we are going 6-on-5 here. 1:28 left in. We are taking a timeout. Do with that. big shot. Saved by Wayzata. That's an ice. Puck is on the side of the net. That gets jarred loose behind the net. Wayzata loops that around, and that comes out of the zone. D to D to Lawson. Feltman. Feltman moves that up to the wing to Lee. And Andreas tries to tip that in. That gets put deep into our zone, and that's going to be another ice. 25.7 seconds left to try and tie this game up. I don't know why my camera just... That comes out of the zone and iced again. .7 seconds left. Andreas with the face-off. Lee gets that back to Lawson. Lawson over to Feltman. Feltman shoots, tipped! Couldn't gather a rebound that was sitting right there. And that's going to do it.